Little Patch here, bringing you a brand new review, brand new company. Vapors Oven has arrived. It arrived last week, to be absolutely fair. Jameson Westall and Cassie Fernley, a young couple down in Essex, have started off their own business in the e-liquid manufacturing world. Cassie's background was she was a chef, so she's got a good eye for food and a palate for taste, and obviously both heavily into vaping and decide to get the business off the ground. They do numerous strengths from 0, 6, 12, 18 and 24 milligrams. At the moment the juices are coming in at 60, 40 VGPG, but there will very soon be a slot on the website to do your 50-50 blends, 60-40 PG to VG if you want it slightly higher in PG, etc, etc. Also the juices are made obviously from their house, but they've got a conservatory set up which is like their clean room, if you like, their lab, and it's just purely for the manufacturing of their flavours. It's all temperature controlled, and no one goes in or out by themselves when they're making up the flavours. So that out the way, they got hold of me way back about 2 or 3 months ago. They approached me and said, you know, we're thinking about making some juices, would you like to review them? I said, you know, let's see what you can come up with and see what you can get together, and yeah, by all means. So they've finally arrived, and I have to say, curiosity strangled the cat, and I've been vaping on these 3 flavours on and off for the best part of probably 5 days. Wanted to see how they reacted during the steeping process, because one of them was a little bit weaker, but as I say, they're a brand new mixed, you know, freshly mixed for me, so you have to allow steeping as well. They have sent me gingerbread-brulee, banana-custard and strawberry-cheesecake, and I'm going to start off with strawberry cheesecake and work backwards, purely because the gingerbread is so nice and it's very, very fresh and very strong, that I fear that it may mar the other sort of flavours if I use that one first. But the labelling is very, very nice. The pictures on them is very good. The labelling is there. The only thing I would say, now bear in mind these are sample bottles, is there is no tactile triangle on the back of them. Also, he has stressed that he is looking into getting child-proof caps. These only come with tamper-proof seals at the moment. They are sourcing a supplier for child-proof caps, so you know, it's a slight negative, but it's not a big one in my eyes, because they are looking into it, and it's already something well at the top of their radar list to get sorted. All of mine are 6 milligrams, 60-40 VGPG. I've got a fresh bit of cotton, but when you take this off, you get that strawberry cheesecake sort of smell. You get the strawberry, you get the biscuit sort of accent coming through very nicely, loud and proud. Fresh bit of cotton. Now this liquid was absolutely clear when it came, and it has started to darken quite well. I did have a few sort of issues with the flavour, but not in a bad way, and I've spoken to Jameson about them already, and he's in the process of sending me out a different sample, and I'll explain why and what that is in just a second. But just going to make sure I'm all, let's take a toot. The vapour production, as you can see, is very, very good. On that initial toot, I get the most loveliest taste, and it's quite mouth-watering actually. The strawberry is very fresh, it's fruity, It's everything you expect from a strawberry sort of flavouring. I must also say that the concentrates are both sourced here in the UK and across the pond in the USA. Capella concentrates are used as well, so you know they're using very good flavourings, and it is shining through on the flavour. When I first got this juice, the strawberry, as I said, is very good. It's very fruity, it's fresh, it's mouth-watering, and then good throat hit. That exhale was just full-bodied. It's creamy. There isn't a lot of biscuit, and it's a cheesecake. I really wanted to taste a bit of biscuit. That's why I've been tasting this on and off for the last 4 or 5 days. And the biscuit really isn't coming through. But after speaking to him, before they launched the liquids that they've launched, they did some sort of market research, sent some samples out to people, and people were coming back saying the strawberry cheesecake's really nice, but you know it's a bit too biscuity. Can we have a bit more cream? So obviously they both made one that had more cream in it. This is the one I've got. Now personally for me, the cream is, as much as it's lovely and it's really great on that exhale, I just want a bit more biscuit to come through, and that is the only reason why he's sending me another sample through, because obviously he had some made up that had a bit more biscuit to it than cream, and he wants me to sort of compare and see what I think. But again, taste is very subjective, but this cheesecake is, apart from the cream being slightly too much and the biscuit being a little bit too less, it's a bang on flavour, it really is. And I know that I'm not a mixer, but cheesecakes seem to be one of the hardest sort of flavours to really sort of nail down and get right. But the strawberry and the cream element in this is really good. And once that biscuit element just gets sort of just increased ever so slightly, it's going to be even better. But I'm going to follow this back up, I think, in about another 4 days' time, and just see that cream settled down a bit and that biscuit may be coming through. You get it a little bit, but I'd like a bit more, to be fair. Even as it is now, it's an ADV. I didn't think it would be when I first tried it because the cream was so strong, but it's settled down a hell of a lot over the last couple of days as it's steeped, and it is a really good flavour. I'm going to pause, come back with a custard, and it's a banana custard. Welcome back. I'm just threading a new bit of cotton through the coil. The coil's about 1.1, so it's at a nice sort of ohmage for me. Banana custard, wow. As we all know, custards seem to take the longest to sort of come through. This particular custard I was very impressed with, because for me the banana in it was spot on from the moment I opened the bottle. Not only that, but the custard element was coming through a hell of a lot more than what I would have expected from a juice that had only been made a day or two before. And that's all I'm going to say for now. But again, really nice bottling. You know, all the warning stuff's there, the ingredients, the 18 certificate. I do love the labels. They've taken a lot of time and effort into how they want their labels to look. But when you smell this, the banana in it, well, it's a mixture of a proper banana fruit, and then there's a slight sort of accent, slight sort of note of a candied sort of banana, like a foam banana, but not so much. And you can smell that custard even in the background as you smell the bottle. Fresh bit of cotton. Let's take a toot. On that draw, that first toot, you're getting the most outrageous impact of banana. It's just fruity, it's sweet, but not sickly sweet. It is just mouth-watering. It's lovely. It really is. I have tried a few banana sort of flavours, and I've had a few banana custards. This is at the top of the top three for me. I'm not going to say where it sits in the top three, but it's in the top three. It's really, really decent. And on that exhale, the custard just comes through. You get a well-balanced custard of cream, vanilla. It is an exceptionally well-blended custard, and I do love my custards. They are my staple kind of vape. Now, when this came, I could detect the custard within the first couple of toots, and as it's gone on through the days, it's just got better and better, and it's darkening really well. The flavour is just exceptional. Custard, as most people know, are my all-day vapes. This is for sure an all-day vape without question. You know, you get enough banana, you get enough vanilla, you get the creaminess of the custard. The vapour production is spot on, the throat hit is spot on for me. It's just a well thought out and well produced, put together liquid. If you like your custards and you like your sort of banana custards, because there are custards in abundance out there of all types and all flavours, I defy anyone to try this and not like it. It's just exceptional in my book. But again, you know, taste is very subjective, but it is bang on. I'm going to pause, come back with the final one, gingerbread-brulee. This one is a game changer. Welcome back, final liquid. Just give that a quick little dry burn off. Stonking. Fresh bit of cotton, just so everyone can see that I am changing the cotton in between juices. When I opened up the gingerbread brulee, I just couldn't get over how good it smelled. It's kind of like, almost like a real sort of wintry sort of pudding, wintry sort of smell to it. The bottling, again, great thought has gone into it. So obviously, you know, everyone knows what a creme brulee is. It's a pudding with like a brown sugar sort of topping that's sort of torched with a flame, and it's just a really nice caramelistic sort of creamy pudding. But this is a different take on it. This is gingerbread. Now, when I first saw this on their website, and again when I first started speaking to them, they said they had all these ideas of flavours. They were very different to what most were doing. I kind of, you know, in the back of my head was a bit worried that they could be very sort of hit and miss, or they could be a very fly-by-night sort of company. They were very sort of ambitious ideas, and again, I'm no expert, but to me they just sounded very ambitious and very sort of far out from what other people have maybe tried, etc, etc. But when you take the lid off of this and you smell it, you get the most amazing gingerbread smell to it, and it's just so fresh. For me, it's a mixture of gingerbread. There's a hint of nutmeg in there, I'm sure, as well. I had to actually stop trying this on a sort of daily basis, because I found that if I used too much of it, I probably wouldn't have much left to review. So there you have it, creme gingerbread brulee. Oh. It's even better than it was the day before yesterday and when I first got it, and it was good then. Fantastic vapour, but again it's very dependent on what you're using, setup, resistance, etc. On that initial toot, your mouth just gets overloaded and coated with an outrageously moreish amount of gingerbread. It's gingerbread maxed, but in a non-sickly and not overly sweet kind of way. It's just well done. Decent throat, it's very smooth, and then on the exhale you get a hint of caramel, that hint of that sort of brulee, sort of caramelistic sort of edge to it at the back, and it complements the gingerbread, and the gingerbread kind of lets it come through to an extent, but not to the point where you sort of like lose your main sort of flavours. There's a hint of nutmeg in there, as I've said, I believe. You get a hint of vanilla. And obviously there's vanilla sort of mixed in with that gingerbread. It's very sort of almost like a gingerbread sort of spongy sort of texture to it in a way, but for me it's just a brilliant all day vape for sure. The gingerbread in it is just awesome. The mixture, the balance of flavours is just well put together, and it's just got better and better as the time's gone on. 3 very good flavours, exceptional good flavours from Vapour's Oven, eliquids.co.uk. As I say, I'm going to come back to the strawberry cheesecake only purely because I know I've got another sample coming through that's a bit more biscuity. As I say, the cheesecake for me is still very nice. It's still very much an all-day vape for me, even though the cream overtakes the biscuit to the point where the biscuit is hiding in the background. But strawberry cheesecake, banana custard and gingerbread-brulee on sale now. Prices 10ml bottles $4.99, and I think their 30ml bottles come in at about $11.99. So go out, check them. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share and comment as always. I'm on Twitter, Page77. I'm on Instagram, Wookie77. Just have a great day, and stay safe, and vape on. I've been a Page as always. Bye for now.